What's up, guys? Crypto Muser here with your daily news and analysis in the crypto markets. Now, today I was over on the Crypto Lifer channel. One of my best friends, I've known him for over 20 plus years. Great follow over there, Crypto Lifer channel. By the way, if you don't follow him, definitely a must follow. Expert TA, great person. Can't say enough about the Crypto Lifer. But we're trying to do this thing every week or every 2 weeks where we call it the Lifer Cypher. And we talk about news in the market. Today we talked a lot about the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. Just overall crypto topics. It's a discussion. Two friends talking crypto. Like I said, we're going to try to do it every week, every 2 weeks. But definitely go check it out on the Crypto Lifer channel. Before I start my video, I just want to say if you guys could please like, subscribe, and definitely leave some comments down below. Let's start some dialogue with me. I've been in this market for 4 to 5 years. If you're beginners in the market, ask me some questions. If you want me to do a deep dive into a coin, make a video about any subject, let me know, right? I love reading the comments, so definitely comment down below. But please like and subscribe, and let's get right into the video. So, Credible Crypto here on Twitter. He was saying this was before the dump of Bitcoin last night, so it kind of validates his insight here even more. But he tweeted out this. It goes, going to be a slow week, in my opinion, as we are sandwiched between the key support at 38.39,000 and key resistance at 41 to 42,000. I suspect we chop around between these two levels for a bit, but ultimately resolve this consolidation to the upside. Hard invalidation for this idea is to tap 36.2 thousand. So let's look at, zoom into this chart. So what he's saying is along the lines of what I think, right? We're going to accumulate, consolidate in this area right here. We have big support down there at 32,000, which I think was our low. And we're going to probably just stay in this range here. We have a lot, obviously we have the Ukraine-Russia scare. We got the Federal Reserve scaring the higher interest rates and all this stuff. So I just see us, if we can just, consolidate in this area for a little bit until everything clears out and the market solidifies a little bit, I think we will start pushing back up and continue on with this retrace for Bitcoin that I've been talking about here on the channel. And that retrace will get back up there, 56, 58,000. And in that retrace, that's where we see alt season, right? And I do think that XRP will lead that alt season with this lawsuit and everything going on. So let's move on to the next thing I saw on Twitter here. So this is documenting Bitcoin. This is some on-chain analytics that I like to follow. So this is 60.61% of Bitcoin supply has not been transacted with for a year or more. That's the very definition of diamond hands. So 60% of Bitcoin supply has not left the supply, right? That just shows you that there's long-term holders that are in there for the long haul, right? They're not interested in these short-term price actions. They're not using their emotions to trade. And when the price dips, they're accumulating more. They're in this for the long haul, right? They see this thing. They see Bitcoin at 1 million in the next 5 to 10 years, and they don't care about, $2,000, $5,000 price swings. They just don't. And that just shows you there's a, good solid foundation for Bitcoin. And that's why I do believe that the $32,000 range was our bottom here, right? And this on-chain stat here just solidifies that topic, that idea. So just want to show you guys there, just to show you that there's a serious foundation of long-term holders that are, that will not let this price go lower, I believe, right? These guys do not care about, if they sold at 36 and bought back in at 28, like they don't care about those small, quick price actions. They care about buying the dips, right? Accumulating, being patient. Those are the big things for these long-term holders. So just know that there's a solid foundation there for Bitcoin, and in a solid foundation for Bitcoin, that means a solid foundation for crypto as a whole, because obviously the market moves in tandem with Bitcoin. So the next thing I want to show you guys here, this isn't surprising, obviously, but the Canadian Purpose Bitcoin Spot ETF just saw one of the biggest inflows ever on Friday, adding almost 1.2 thousand Bitcoin in one day, only surpassed by inflows on one of the first trading days on February 22nd, 2021. So obviously we know why this is happening in Canada. And I think, like I've said, that everything happening in Canada right now is one of the biggest advertisements for Bitcoin and crypto that I've ever seen. The fact that, a government, a so-called democracy, can go into people's bank accounts and seize their funds because they don't agree with them politically, just shows you that it's just not a good route to take, right? It's showing people, especially in Canada and all around the world, that your money is not safe in banks. Let's be bottom line. And they're even, if you have your money on or crypto on exchanges, they can freeze those funds. So it's also teaching you to people, they should have to self-custody their Bitcoin or crypto. Like get a hard wallet, get a nano ledger, whatever hard wallet they have out there, make sure you get one and keep your crypto off exchanges, guys. All right? I've been saying that for years now. People think it's a hard thing, or it's complicated. It's very easy. You have your passcode, passphrase. Get your coins off the exchanges. It's not your coins unless it's off the exchanges. If they can go into exchanges and take your Bitcoin or crypto, then it's not really yours, is it? Self-custody your Bitcoin and crypto, guys. Just be safe, all right? So next, I want to talk about, this is a big topic that I've been talking about also on this channel, and just want to, Will Clemente was talking about it too. Being pro-Bitcoin or pro-crypto is a no-brainer for up-and-coming politicians looking to draw attention to themselves and single-issue votes from young people with minimal downside. Make a positive tweet about Bitcoin and an entire community will praise you and give you attention. So huge, right? You're seeing more and more politicians starting to get pro-crypto and actually coming on Twitter because they know they'll get the attention. There was a woman, I forget what her name was, but she was from Arizona, congresswoman, and she tweeted out about XRP and Bitcoin and stuff, and she was getting crazy attention, right? Young people usually don't vote in elections, and especially not midterm elections. But if you have an issue to bring them to the polls, then that can, be a huge swing in an election, right? So I believe that the midterm election and the presidential election crypto will be one of the biggest issues, I think, especially among young people, right? I think that the legalization of marijuana would be a huge issue if a Republican or Democrat would get behind that. But behind that, crypto is the next big thing that young people would get involved in this next election. So I think that you're going to see more and more politicians. Obviously, you see more Republicans than Democrats that are pro-crypto, but I believe that will change very quickly when Democrats start to realize that this issue is much bigger than they think, right? Typical politicians will change their tune very quickly if they think they can get the young people vote for sure, right? So look for more and more of this, and definitely do your research into candidates that are pro-crypto, guys. I mean, this is the future, and either these politicians get with the program or we vote them out. Bottom line. So moving on. This is Michael on Twitter. So saw this news article, and I've been talking about this, another topic I've been talking about a lot on this channel. So as of May 1st, Federal Reserve officials will not be able to trade stocks, bonds, or cryptocurrencies. And I believe politicians now in the next month or so, they're trying to do the same thing, where they can't own stocks, bonds, or cryptocurrencies. So this might look good at first, right? People are like, they never should have been able to own it in the first place. I'm so glad that they're making them sell. Got to look into it a little more. Let's look at this next chart here. Fed officials sold all their stocks here to avoid any conflict of interest. So you're telling me, they've been inside trading and making all this money this whole time, right? And then when the market's at the very, very top, right? This looks like a bubble to me if I've ever seen one. So at the very, very top, all of a sudden now it's immoral to own stocks or cryptocurrencies, or now it's a conflict of interest. Do you see what I'm saying here? 3 to 6 months down the line, if the markets crash, well, what do you mean? We didn't know it was going to crash. You guys said it was immoral to own stocks in crypto, so we sold then. So then now they have an excuse to sell the top, guys. If they all of a sudden, if there was no headline like this, and all of a sudden the Federal Reserve officials and the politicians sold all their crypto and all their stocks, wouldn't that be a red flag? Like all of a sudden you guys are selling your investments? What's going on? But the fact that they can use this as an excuse to sell the top without anybody paying attention to it, guys, red flag. Let's be real. They don't care about you. They don't care about everyday investors. They've made money. They've made tons of money in the last couple years. You think they now think it's immoral to own stocks? I call the BS on that, guys. And you should be seeing right through this. So keep an eye on what they're doing and not what they're saying, I always say, or people always say. All right, the thing I want to end the video on, John Deaton tweeted this out, and I actually mentioned this on the Crypto Lifer, the Lifer Cypher this morning with Crypto Lifer. So the crypto world is not doing what it should. It should be uniting versus the SEC. Celsius Network is next. Coinbase, Kraken, Crypto.com will be sued. Gary Gensler decided he and the SEC will regulate crypto, not the CFTC. He's going to establish jurisdiction through enforcement. Guys, Gary Gensler is coming after all crypto. Let's be real. I've been saying this over and over again, and now he's showing his teeth here. If we all band together, or if all the exchanges band together and all the platforms band together and fight the SEC, then they can demolish the SEC. But, I think the big tool that the SEC is using in all these cases is delaying. They use the delay tactic. With Ripple, they've been delaying as much as they can because, that causes Ripple money. That's huge money in legal fees and attorney fees, and it's bad for their business, right? And look at this big settlement they just had with BlockFi for $100 million. $100 million is a lot of money, guys. That would put most businesses out of business, right? So the fact is they're going after, exchange after exchange, lending product after lending product, one by one, using this enforcement, regulation by enforcement strategy that is bad for innovation. It's bad for business in this country, and it needs to be stopped. So we need to band together, get these exchanges band together and fight the SEC together, guys, because that's how we beat the SEC. So just wanted to put that out there. I will end the video there, guys. Just remember, please like, subscribe, and definitely comment down below. Just remember, I am not a financial advisor. Please do not take anything I write or say as financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. And thanks, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.